Hello and welcome to Be Determined. My name is Gamingseizure.
My name is C minus.
This is our third episode. Our theme today is Skibidi Toilet, a bizarre internet sensation that's quite popular. The most recent video in the series having gained millions of views.
I know that many others, including myself, have been following Skibidi Toilet, even some since its beginning.
Yes, Skibidi moment. How dare you have a conversation without me, the Skibidi Expert?
Who are you exactly?
I am Mr. Realism. I am the expert in deep Skibidi lore. So much so that I've created a replica Skibidi copter that is armed with Skibidi cannons and fires Skibidi shells.
Well, in that case, how about you help us with our first topic today? It's about time we start yapping about it.
What is Skibidi Toilet? Skibidi Toilet first began as a small video, has now become a massive online presence, so much so that some even call it a plague. Mr. Realism, how about you educate us on what Skibidi Toilet is?
Well, first, I'm going to have to start with an actually here. Way before the fuck boom created the first video, Skibidi Toilet can trace its origins to the remix of Give It To Me Baby by Timbala and Dom Dom Yes Yes by Bizer King.
Really?
Oh yeah. Top tier with the 5-year-olds back with their iPads, bro. It's peak.
Oh, all right. When did
So how?
I'll let you continue.
Sorry. I want to say, how about you give us like a rundown of like some of the lore of Skibidi Toilet?
Okay. So it all starts when we don't know where these Skibidi come from, but we do know that according to the first couple episodes, the Skibidi, the humans, and the TV people all lived in harmony. That something happened, and
Continue.
and then the Skibidi somehow turned evil, and then they started taking over the world, and then all humans have disappeared. They went on ground or died off completely, and then you have the cameramen came back, and they're the only people that are fighting the Skibidi, and there's a current war going on with constant technological enhancements, deep personal psychological questions that are being answered in this Skibidi series.
So what are the main characters in Skibidi Toilet?
Well, you got various Skibidi toilet characters. So you got G-Man Skibidi, which is obviously the main antagonist. You got Scientist Skibidi, which might be trying to overthrow G-Man Skibidi. And you also got various powerful underlings that have various powers and other highly advanced Skibidi technology. But we got 3 of the factions against the Skibidi Empire. We have the cameramen, we have the sound people, and we have the TV people. So those 3 are currently working in unison to destroy the Skibidi Empire and the peace that it's trying to bring.
All right.
So, on the topic of main characters, a few that come to mind that our good Skibidi Expert has left out are the Titans that are really overhyped, in my opinion.
I
They're
left this
just
out on very important purpose because I mean they're such relics when it comes to the Skibidi. You know, everybody knows the TV Titan, the camera Titan, the sound Titan. Various very compelling, dynamic backstories with those. There's loss, betrayal, so much deep lore that you could go into, and they did a great job with the Skibidi.
All right. One thing I have actually seen like some videos on this. There are like a Skibidi parasite kind of thing. What do you know about the Skibidi parasites?
So we believe, me being the head of the council of Skibidi lore, we spent days going over Skibidi videos, dissecting what's going on, and we believe that the Skibidi virus is actually a strain of COVID-19 implanted by the Skibidi government.
That's deep. That's wow.
That is actually so deep. It's wild that they make that connection to like real life problems. Because I believe Skibidi Toilet did originate during the time of COVID, didn't it?
Yes, they
Yes.
did. So you could say we have a little bit of Skibidi in all of us.
Well said, my friend. Well said.
Yeah. Well said.
Yes.
As of like the more recent episode, I believe the main crew, I guess, of each faction consisting of like the overpowered speaker people, the ones like the girl squad, I guess, as a lot of people call it. You know what I'm referring to?
Yes, I do. Yes.
They killed the scientist, Skibidi, I assume.
Yes, of course. As I would know, me being the Skibidi expert here. I mean, this was a plot point that we saw coming from a very long while ago. It just really came down to execution, because we all knew that the Girl Squad was going to overcome the Skibidi, the scientist, because we all know that. But it was all about how, and that is where it comes really into effect.
Okay.
Yeah, so recently with the most recent video in the Skibidi series, a lot of important events have happened. As I'm sure you recall, the main like Skibidi facility is being raided by all of the three factions that are united against them. And one
Yes.
important thing that is happening is the rise of this new like super Skibidi.
Yes, the super Skibidi.
So the Super Skibidi is an interesting story because obviously the Skibidi toilets had their advantage for a little bit. However, they did dip down and they were being overtaken by the others. So they had to create an organic Skibidi weapon against the other Skibidis. But they didn't use it against the other Skibidis as the council first originated, because we thought there was going to be a ploy, a coup. However, they deployed this giant Skibidi against their enemies, which turned out to be a very critical piece of information that we're going to see develop over the next episodes of Skibidi.
This super Skibidi in question, he killed my favorite Skibidi toilet. He killed DJ Skibidi.
DJ Skibidi,
tragic
rest in
loss.
peace. Real homie.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest
DJ
in peace.
Skibidi will never be forgotten. He is a core character that all of us should think about every night before we go to bed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But he also seems to be a very big threat to the Titans, as he knows all of their attacks and can predict them.
Yes, so we're going to see very interesting character development from the Titans, having to adapt to this super Skibidi. Where it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. How because my guess is they're gonna create a new faction that's going to be some old technology that they have been forgotten by the ages, and create a new Titan that the Super Skibidi has not heard of before, and that's how they're going to get back the victory.
I could see this because if you recall on the episode where they killed the scientist, I guess protagonist camera head saw like TV head books in the lab before they were attacked.
Yes, that is a very important. Even though it lasted on screen for just a couple seconds, us at the Skibidi Council have noticed it, and we believe that is actually a major sneak peek into future episodes, and we could be seeing a new faction, which brings it all back to new merchandising opportunity. As you know, Skibidi is big money, millions of views on YouTube, and where is this all going to go? It's going to go into the real life. Robotics is going to focus on making real life Skibidi toilets where we're going to be overrun in real life by Skibidi toilets.
I sure hope that doesn't happen. I'm gonna have
Skibidi,
to
yeah.
prepare for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Skibidi in
off
real
your
life, that
homes.
Skibidi
Mm,
at 3 a.m. challenge is gonna become real someday. That's a shocking
yes.
thought to have. Really is shocking.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of
So,
worrying.
sorry?
I said that's kind of concerning.
Yes, this whole Skibidi epidemic. Because normally with other trends, you see it come and fade, but Skibidi withstands the normal trend sets, which means that we're probably gonna see Skibidi stick around for more, but it's gonna start slow. Netflix episodes, Hulu movies, blockbuster summer films. Then we're gonna start seeing Disney make Skibidi animatronics to add to the Disney World. That's gonna
Blockbuster die out.
kickstart all of this.
It actually has me thinking, Skibidi animatronics got me thinking, do you think we'll ever see like a Skibidi restaurant akin to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza?
Yes, Five Nights at Skibidi, I believe, is going to be very, very popular with the younger generation. And thus, as the world around money, revenue, that's where the Skibidi comes in. And thus, that's why us at the Skibidi Council find it so important to observe every single detail of Skibidi to make sure, see where this goes.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the average like I guess payroll of a Skibidi expert?
Well, you see, we mostly live off of donations from 4chan, but we believe that once Skibidi takes off, we're going to get real paying. We're going to be getting at least 20K a year, which is our dream as Skibidi counselors.
Quite the dream.
That's
Yes,
a real nice dream. I really hope you reach it someday.
thank you,
Yes,
thank you.
as do I.
Um, Let me think about something real quick. Ah,
All good.
actually, yes, I do know something I want to ask you specifically about. So, if you recall in the very early episodes of Skibidi Toilet, so there was,
Yes.
I believe, at one point a Skibidi religion. So, do you know like
Yes.
what do you know about the Skibidi religion?
So we believe that the Skibidi religion, even though it only lasted for one 20-second episode, it's going to be very important because we believe that humans are actually not dead in Skibidi land. We believe they're underground and possibly, very possibly, worshiping Skibidi God. And that's why there's going to be a turnaround. Obviously, the advantage is going to go back to the cameraman, but then the humans come out and fight in the Skibidi War for the Skibidi toilets that first oppressed them due to religious conversion.
It's very
Hmm.
interesting, actually. Very interesting.
If you do
Yes,
recall, there is a human at the end of the last episode.
There is,
yes,
yes.
The first instance of a human in the Skibidi series.
Hmm.
yes, and like vermin, humans multiply. So we're going to see very many of them, and they're going to be Skibidi controlled.
Hmm.
All right.
Very
Very
interesting.
interesting. I would like to
Yes.
ask you, do you think Skibidi G-Man plays a part in this Skibidi religion?
I do believe that just like Imperial Japan, Skibidi religion is going to try and overtake the current working government. And I feel like it's a ploy that's going to either very well succeed or bring crushing defeat to the Skibidi. And that's what's going to cause a Skibidi split between Skibidi religion and traditional Skibidi values.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I've wrapped up all my questions.
Well then let's wrap up this yap session, if you will. So, Skibidi
Yes.
Toilet, officially. So it is, let's click on the dots here. So it's a series. of series of multiple characters. There's like four factions, three of them are against one basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the Skibidi faction. They have like this, the speaker like sound faction, TV
Yes,
faction, and the camera faction. And
of
so
course.
these four groups have been like fighting. And so as of right now in the series, the three united camera tech people, they appear
Yes,
to be winning as of right now, as they've been
yes.
steamrolling the Skibidi faction to the absolute ground. So I am very interested to see where it would go in the future.
Hmm.
Like this what do you call them? The Super Skibidi. So I am interested
Yes,
to see if his emergence will lead into a camera like a union backpedal. They start
yes.
losing
He
ground against
will
the
bring
Skibidi.
the he will bring peace to Skibidi.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah. Well, yeah, Skibidi Toilet. Yeah,
yes,
that's one interesting series. One very interesting series.
yeah,
It's been
yes.
about half a
Dedicate
year
my whole
long.
life to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pick us
You
been
don't get
half.
on the Skibidi Council for nothing.
Yeah.
exactly. The leader of the Skibidi Council, mind you.
Oh.
That's why they call
All
me
right.
Sir Skibidi.
Ah. So yeah, I think the series has been going on for what, like half a year now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know because it started during COVID.
Really?
Yeah, so I
I
believe it
could
started during
I
COVID.
could have
Yes, it did
sworn.
start during COVID, which
So a few years.
leads me to believe them circling back to their origin roots and putting the Skibidi virus into Skibidi, which is a call that we need. That COVID-19 is not yet dead. Yes, it's all
Hmm,
Skibidi all the time.
Awesome.
very nice. Well, I believe we are ready to transition to our next topic. For our next topic, we wanted to take a quick break from the virtual world and talk about something in real life, something that some find rather disturbing about Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Syndrome. Many parental websites have claimed that Skibidi Toilet's violence and bizarre visuals have a harming effect for young children and have dubbed it Skibidi Toilet Syndrome. Whether it's real or not, let's discuss it.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because Skibidi syndrome is a real life manifestation of this this idea. A new wave of thinking is going on the younger generations. The You don't just can't handle it. This is what's gonna push Skibidi over the edge. The, this is what's gonna make all those like movies, TV shows gonna happen because it is addicting in the good best way possible. So I have done countless minutes of research into this topic, and I have found multiple videos of children acting as skippity toilets. And what the most prominent one you could probably find on YouTube or whatever is a kid getting a COVID-19 vaccination and screaming about skibbity. Now, if I can bring it back to what I said earlier, it's all related, all of it. So, and there are various countless online articles and video videos pointed towards children, and it shows them that the kids who act as a skivity to be the minority group and oppressed. So, what do people who are oppressed do? They fight back. So, we're going to see a real life manifestation of the Skibidi Rebellion in 25 years.
Really? Okay. So, so about all these children watching, like Skibidi Toilet, like at home, at
Yes.
school.
Yes.
So a lot of kids who haven't, aspired to be like the Skibidi toilet have actually developed a fear of the Skibidi toilets and have developed a
Skibidi
condition
Toilet.
known as skibidophobia, which is a fear of toilets from believing a head will appear in that toilet, much like a Skibidi toilet.
Well, you always have the weaker people in the generation, you know? Some people, they just can't handle the change in technology, the change in the mainstream media. So, what do we get? We get people who can't handle it, get phobias. It's all relative. So, if I could bring it back to the children videos, there is a one video with hundreds of views. It's an animation in Portuguese about Skibidi. Now, they show that they show the kids once again being oppressed playing Skibidi. Now, so the adult um, berates them and makes them stop. However, at the end of the video, the adult becomes Skibidi. Now, what I believe is that this is a critical, very important piece of information that um, is going to show throughout other Skibidi productions. Now, this explosion, this multiplication, if you will, of said Skibidi is also becoming a very big issue for real life governments. The Russian military is actually looking into Skibidi Toilet because they are being feared of the rebellion it brings. Now, this might seem a lot to some listeners out there, but I have to let you know that it is time. The Skibidi time is here. Do not wait for the conclusion. Go to your local congressman and push the Skibidi agenda. Keep making Skibidi productions. Don't stop believing in God, Skibidi. Amen to
You
him.
know, actually, this reminds me to a comment we made earlier, talking about the Skibidi religion. That one video of the kid getting the Skibidi shot.
Yes.
Uh, would you consider that maybe he's praying to whatever Skibidi god he believes in?
Of course, because he's getting the Skibidi shot. They are injecting him with Skibidi Syndrome. You've never seen a video of him prior to this video that surfaced, and that's because the U.S. government is injecting children with Skibidi Syndrome. Why? To bring change against Mother Russia.
Ah,
Wow. Wow, that okay.
this. Are you sure this isn't like, like maybe a little far fetched?
Of course not, because we have done countless seconds of research into this topic, and we believe that the West is actively fighting and trying to gain an army of children that believe in Skibidi. That's why the Russian government is looking into this because they are afraid. They are afraid that the of this Skibidi, and you must wonder why. Why are they afraid? Because the United States and the West has created the ultimate program to grab the attention of the young folks.
Wow. That reminds me of something. So the on the Fuck Boom's channel, um this most like viewed Skibidi video has 131 million views. Like it's a massive chunk of
Yes,
people
yes,
that
yeah,
watch these Skibidi videos. Now,
yes,
the interesting thing about that is I reckon at the like almost all of those views are from children.
yes.
So the do you know why more children would be watching this and instead of like adults, for instance?
Yes, because it is specifically tailored to children. Because if you look at his prior videos, they are shown anti American propaganda, and the American government got to him, made him a CIA agent who is also working for the FBI. Now, how does this work? he is currently making American propaganda against the Chinese government, which is why we need to push the Skibidi agenda as hard as possible. And then bring back to go to your congressman, ask for the Skibidi. So ask for the Skibidi. Just go over there. Just
Hmm.
go and go vote yes on Skibidi bill.
Okay.
Yes.
So with the rise of the Skibidi ideology and the Skibidi Syndrome, do you think this will lead to a new world order, or shall I say a new Skibidi order?
Yes, the Skibidi order is among us. So the U.S. government made a beast they cannot control, and so you see the problem here is that the U.S. government created this to control children. But however, this is blown out of proportion, and they cannot control it. So they created an object, an entity, a government facility that they cannot control of the skibidi-ness of the skibidi. Skibidi, yes, yes. Boom, yes,
So, Mr. Williams, real quick, if I
yes,
may ask,
yes.
how old exactly are you?
Um, I would say that I am 46 years old. Yes, I've been studying the skibidi for quite some time now. I am the most senior skibidiness in my skibidi.
What is like the age range of like your, I guess, Skibidi colony?
Well, so the age range is between 12 and 78 years old. We have quite the range of skibidi-ness of the skibidi because we always want to get the input of the younger skibidi generation while we want
Of
to
course.
observe.
The children are
Yes,
the future.
Yeah.
The children are the future.
the children are the future. They are the skibidi. Yes.
I like that. I've had all my questions answered.
Yeah, I believe you have, voiced all your opinions about
Yes.
Skibidi.
Yes. Oh, and I would like to add one thing. Have you noticed how Elon Musk is trying to trying to start the Mars mission? You know why? Because there are skibidi living in Mars in underground colonies. They there is scientific evidence. Go to Reddit r/skibidi toilet. There is hard evidence of skibidi toilets living among us.
Aha! I am a true Skibidi Toilet, and I am taking over this show.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
skibidi
way.
got what he deserved.
Filthy Skibidi Syndrome. What do you- Well, actually, what would you call? I was about to ask, what would you call someone who's suffering from Skibidi Syndrome?
Suffering is a very wrong term in this case because it is a gift. It is a gift that people have been given because they are seeing the light. They are seeing the trueness of the skibidi that other people have not. They are trying to merge their mental state with those of the skibidi that are soon to be our lords.
Okay, well, all right. Well, that individual, very unfortunate what had to happen to him, I suppose then.
Yes.
So unfortunate.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
His
I,
W
I
24 was not filled correctly.
that is true.
How, how
Well,
did we even get here? Our security is insane.
our security, very, very impressive. They were perfect response time.
Yes. This because
Perfect response time.
Skibidi. They were enhanced by Lord Skibidi and all his goodness.
All right. Well, I believe that is it for the episode.
Well, I would like to thank you guys for bringing me onto this podcast. Guys, keep your minds open, keep your skibidying, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was an honor to have you come in and bust through our wall.
Yes. Yes. It had to be done. Had to be done.
I think we done pretty all right for having a majority of our studio destroyed. But
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and remember to stay tuned for more episodes.
Yes. Stay Skibidi.